Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about all of the coverage that occurred in relation to a grant program and how that coverage was less than accurate and that why that coverage may have been framed the way it was. So, the Biden administration, as part of their legislation, authorized a grant program of, I want to say, $30 million, something like that. And the purpose of the grants was to increase harm reduction when it comes to addiction, okay, various kinds. And this program had a whole bunch of different ways the money could be spent, different categories. There were 8 different categories. One of the categories involved purchasing equipment. And one of the approved uses in it was safe smoking kits, which we'll get to what that is in a minute, because that's also not exactly what was portrayed in the media. The safe smoking kits, that's a tiny fraction of this grant program. But what did the headline say? Biden administration buying crack pipes, right? Because it could produce outrage. That's it. They wanted to mislead. $30 million spent on crack pipes. That's the general take that was put out there. It's not even remotely accurate. Setting aside the other 7 categories, let's just talk about the equipment that could be purchased with this grant money. Harm reduction vending machines, infectious disease kits, medication lockboxes, FDA-approved OD reversal meds, condoms, safe smoking kits, screening for infectious disease, sharps disposal kits, test kits, syringes, the vaccinations, wound care. Wow, that sounds almost like it's a harm reduction grant program. Manufactured outrage, because the Republican base now, it has to be angry. In order for those who cater to the, quote, news of the far right, they have to keep them mad. They're not interested in any actual news. They just want to be angry and have somebody tell them who to be angry at. The way this was framed, it wasn't accurate. Not in any way, shape, or form. But that's what went out. Now, we need to talk about something else, though. The reason they knew that this could be used to provoke outrage is because for a long time, people who had addiction issues, well, they were othered. Can't help them. They're bad people. Don't do anything to reduce harm. Just lock them up and throw away the key, right? War on drugs. The war on drugs is an unmitigated failure. It is a failure. We lost. The plants won, right? After all this time and more than $1 trillion spent, the plants won. The idea of locking people up and, just throwing away the key, it doesn't work. We have decades showing that. You know what the future is? You know how you can reduce the harm? This type of stuff. That's what it's going to look like, so get used to it. If you were somebody who got angry about this, understand this is the future, because this is what's actually worked in other countries. Now, as far as safe smoking kits, understand that doesn't necessarily mean pipes. A lot of times, that's just a piece of rubber that goes over the pipe, so people don't burn themselves, so people can, share the pipe but not share the germs, that kind of stuff. The way this was framed was designed to provoke outrage, and it wasn't accurate in the coverage. This is what the future of combating addiction in the country is going to look like. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.